The heroes of fairy tales and other yarns, witchers entered the folklore of the Nordlings. This is true of one especially, Geralt the Riv, known as the White Wolf.
We're gonna head back to town. We're just gonna trot and just go share some company. It's actually this way. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. We're going to enjoy each other's company. So a few people have asked about my accent a few times. I'm from Australia, but my mother is English. My father is Scottish. My stepfather is Australian, and my stepmother is Australian. So I have a lot of different blends of accents all together. So if you ever get confused by certain words, sometimes I flick back between accents every now and then by accident. So yeah, I'm not apologizing or anything. I just wanted to let you guys know that's kind of why I might sound different sometimes. It's not really conscious. It just kind of happens. Also depends what I'm talking about. When I get particularly passionate, I get very kind of Southern British. I kind of start to sound like this, and the words get a little bit shorter. I start to sound very British very quickly. Whereas, you know, if I'm just kicking and chilling back, laid back, kicking my style, you know how I do, baby girl. I got a little bit of Scottish, American kind of twang to it, you know. But this is kind of how I sound normally right now. It does vary from day to day as well, and certain words will trigger. Certain words do trigger certain versions of the accent. Not sort of consciously or anything, it's just kind of how it happens a lot of the time. So yeah, you might notice that. Don't, like, panic if you do hear me use a particular accent that you haven't heard before, or, like, it changes for some reason. It just happens from time to time, and there's not anything I can do about it. It's just how my voice sounds. It's how I sound! So yeah. We've got some Draug armor here. I don't know what we would make that from. Draug essence. I don't know what a Draug is, but I'm guessing it's going to have something to do with the fellas in the battlefield. It's probably one of those big boss guys, right? Do you sell any traps? Let's trade. Let's trade. Let's play. We should buy the surgical tools. They're going to be useful for that surgery. Do we already have a copy of that? I don't think we already own surgical tools. We do own surgical tools. I don't see the point of having surgical tools. I'm sure it'll come in useful at some point. It'll be like, well, if you didn't buy them in Act 2, you needed them in Act 4, kind of thing. I remember that was something they did in this game, is that they kind of made you anticipate needs before you knew you needed them. So if you're well prepared and well stocked with the money, then it's not a problem. I don't really need to... I guess let's get rid of all of my Harpy shit. I don't really need to craft... I don't really use potions that much. I think potions are really good for your second time through the game, because you kind of know where everything is. But it's been so long that I just don't remember where anything is at all. So potions kind of are good, but they're not really something that I use a lot. I'm hanging on to that arrow because I should use that mutation, actually. I was thinking about that earlier. And that mutation in particular is quite... it's quite a good one, that Madness mutation. And I have an empty slot at the tip of this one here. Which I'm going to use. And it just gives us a +2 armor, +5 vitality, +1 damage bonus on signs. So you're going to start to see that I'm going to really start to focus on these signs here and the sword fighting. Then gradually we're going to build into the alchemy. But with the alchemy, we're actually going to focus more on the tools and the damage of the traps and the tools, rather than the potions themselves. And that's mainly because I kind of enjoy the traps, and the Talcott Winter is something that captures my imagination quite well. Friend?
What's going on?
Ooh.
I'm Elias, of Yorveth's commando.
Oh.
I have an urgent matter.
Sup, guy?
Tell me.
Men from Vergen have been disappearing for some time. We recently found some of their corpses, so it doesn't seem to be desertion.
Mm-hmm. The victims are all male?
Only men among the victims?
Young men, humans and elves.
Where did you find the bodies?
In different places, mainly in the burned village near the ravine that leads to the town.
What state were the corpses in?
I need to see the corpses.
They're all buried.
Where?
Beneath a mound in the forest behind Vergen, but you shouldn't go there.
Why not?
Why not?
Desecrating graves is a serious offense. The families of the dead will be furious.
What state were the bodies in?
They looked gruesome. Nothing an elf would have done, nor a human.
So it's a succubus.
I don't work for free.
Basically.
You'll get your reward. Do well, and I may give you something more than coin. We're losing good men.
I'll see what I can do.
Fine. I don't remember this. Maybe I didn't do this. I don't think I did this. Cool. I'm interested. With Flickering Heart. We are going to go and talk to Philippa. But I could do with some more coin. I want to buy the dragon scale armor. I compared that versus this one here. The armor of Banard, but the other one is way better. The dragon scale is way better. So someone pointed out something interesting, which is that we should do a playthrough on Darkness, which is the hardest difficulty. Well, it's not called Darkness, but basically like it's actually it might be. I'm pretty sure it's Darkness, but the idea is that like you have basically like you take a hit, you die more or less, and I think it's permadeath. That might not be right.
So, you thought it over?
I can't remember. Does he sell traps?
I wouldn't.
Let me buy. Let me buy. I need to buy Hoppy Trap. Let's get 2 just in case. Oh man, you know, I've looked at these swords and they're just not good. This is the best one, but I mean the sword we have, this poison one, is pretty powerful. Plus, I think it's important in this game to be pretty frugal with your money and save it.
Talk a lot, think very little.
And make your upgrades discerningly, because a lot of the time it feels like they're not entirely necessary. Oh, what's happening?
Here to see the witch?
Oh.
You shouldn't have bothered.
Oh.
Only her servants inside.
Do you know where Philippa went?
Probably treating the Dragon Slayer. But our new allies won't let anyone in. Have a nice day, Witcher.
Thanks.
Remember, an elf's an elf. A dwarf's a dwarf, and no bandit will ever make a good soldier.
Alright, lad. That's well good.
I didn't say that.
My dad used to
more
talk
time.
like this all the time. It'd be really hard to understand what he was saying a lot of the time, because it was quite up and down. He was from Glasgow. We'd be like, alright dad, that's enough of that. And I got to this point for a while there where I just couldn't understand anything he was saying. Because he went to holiday, he went to Scotland for a, not a holiday necessarily, but he went to Scotland. And came back and just had like the strongest accent. It's quite funny. We should go... Let's go to the Burn Village and check it out. Check it out! Did I show you guys my haircut? I think we did that on camera. I don't remember these things. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that we did. I'm pretty sure you guys were here. If not, doesn't matter. Oh well. It's all good. Let's just roll on down, I got a hand off the controller here. I was taking a sip of my drink, and successfully managed to walk into the wall. Let's see what's down here. And I don't know why this would be a clue of any kind, but... What are they looking for? Go to the burn.
Strange. I smell sulfur.
Which suggests, and you guys should know this if you've ever done science, it suggests that it's not an earthly fire. That's like what you smell at a volcano or something. So it kind of implies that this wasn't done in any kind of a natural sense, as it were. So we're gonna go desecrate some bodies, I guess. Yeah, someone will go work out where that is. I'll see you guys over there.
There is little doubt that witches were perceived to be vile beings who could bring misfortune down upon common folk with their gaze alone. The heroes of fairy tales and other yarns, witches entered the folklore of the Nordlings. This is true of one especially, Geralt the Riv, known as the White Wolf.